welcome to TezMania TV. I'm actually coming at you today with my first Halloween video of 2015. Yay! I'm really excited to do this because last year I did not have the time to make any Halloween videos at all other than just showing like what I looked like for Halloween. But I want to be able to do at least a couple of videos with tutorials for you guys this year, so I hope you're excited. And if you do have any specific Halloween tutorials, you can always give me those requests in the comments below. What we're doing today is a simple old age makeup. I did makeup for a photo shoot a couple of weeks back with Mr. Tez as the model, and I posted the before like with no makeup and after with makeup, and I did an old age effect on him, and you guys liked it, so I thought, why not make a tutorial out of it? Now, old age makeup is pretty damn advanced, and if you want to do it professionally, it takes a lot of time, you need a lot of products. So what I'm going to do today is make a simple version of an old age makeup. And all you're going to need is stuff that you probably have at home anyway. So you're not going to need any special effects stuff for this. So I'm just starting by removing all of my makeup because I've been to work today, so I had makeup on. If you have acne and things, like I have a couple of little red dots over here, don't worry about covering those up. You can always turn them into moles instead. So what you're going to need for this is a couple of different shades of eyeliner pen, and what shades you're going to use depends on what skin tone you already have. If you're a pale motherfucker like myself, I recommend using gray and reddish brown tones. You can also use a matte eyeshadow that is lighter than your own skin tone, and since I'm again pale as fuck, I'm just going to use white. You could also use a concealer or a foundation palette, anything like that. Just make sure that you have a shade that is lighter than your natural skin tone. If you want to work with all the shadows, that's fine to do as well, but they're not as long lasting as the pencil liners are. But you basically just use the same technique as I'm going to do with the liners. So the three liners that I'm going to be using is one blue, one gray, and one brownish red liner. I'm going to start off with the brownish red one and just creating a bunch of moles on my face. And like I said, if you do have acne or other kind of dots on your face, you can just use those and recreate them as moles. And you want to make sure that you make them in different shapes and sizes, or it's going to look like you're making freckles. What I'm going to do next is enhance the lines of my face, and any wrinkles that I have, just going to make those more extreme. If you don't have any wrinkles at all, what you can do is scrunch up your face like this, or in any other sexy scrunchy pose you can think of, so that you can see where you naturally have those lines, and then you just exaggerate those. And you can use a mix of the gray and the red, or just pick either one, or use whatever color that you are using. And right now we're only making lines. It doesn't have to look perfect from the scratch. And no, your face is not going to get stuck like this. Make sure to have your pencil sharpener nearby because you are going to need to keep your pens sharp, or otherwise the lines are going to be too thick. If you're working on dry, clean skin the way I am now, the very best thing to do is to use one of these liners that is not smudgy at all, but that is completely dry. Otherwise, it's going to be tricky to get those lines to be smooth. You're also going to want to enhance this area right here. Maybe create a little butt chin. Those are always fun. And if you're doing this for Halloween, you might need to go down and take it onto your neck and everything like that. You do the same thing, you just wrinkle everything up and you follow the same lines, but I'm only going to do this to my face today. Next, we're going to make my lips look super chappy and gross, which I'm going to do by tightening them together like a tiny little butthole and then going over them with this, kind of filling in the lines, natural lines that you have in your lips. You can also do this with your lips like I just did and go over them, pat them with a very pale foundation. that'll make them look correct as well. But as I don't have any foundation on the rest of my face, I thought that would look weird, so I'm not using that technique. Alright, I'm going to use that brown liner now to place a little bit of brown in my waterline. As it has red in it, it's going to make my eyes look tired. So what we're going to do now is smudge the lines a little bit because they're looking very theater. Like if I was doing theater makeup, this would work from looking far away, but as I am very close to the camera, this looks super weird right now. So I'm going to smudge it a little bit, and I'm going to use my fingers to do that. But a little bit exaggerated is good because, hello, it's Halloween. And a wrinkly face isn't always 100% symmetrical, so obviously I didn't do the exact same lines on both sides. Alright, I'm gonna go in a little bit with this blue liner and just create some veins, make my skin look a little veiny. If you have any veins, again, you can just go in and exaggerate those with this. If not, just create new ones. Veins are rarely even, so just make like random squiggly lines and then sort of blend them out. And the final step is going in with that lighter matte eyeshadow. What we're going to do is make the wrinkles appear as if they're actually erased from the skin, and we're going to do that by placing this white shadow in between the lines so that it looks like the skin between the lines is raised. Just using a small rounded brush for that. And there you have it. And obviously it helps if your face looks a little bit saggier and sadder and not as peppy, so I'm just going to relax all of my muscles now. So yeah, that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed my first Halloween video for the year, and stay tuned for more stuff. I can't wait to share with you guys what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. It's going to be really exciting, so I'll see you in more upcoming videos, and on Instagram and Facebook, obviously. Bye guys, thank you for watching.